Hey world, welcome to the Irish Humanist. Let's talk a little bit more about abortion, huh? So today I want to continue our conversation on abortion and address some feedback in the process. So there was a comment in the comments area of my video, Ireland needs to repeal the 8th, surrounding around questioning how one can be pro-choice and a humanist at the same time. And I am now going to address that. First and foremost, humanism to me, in a nutshell, is about putting human beings first and promoting what is best for human beings. This also includes issues that concerns gender equality. Now, does that mean I'm also a feminist? Strictly speaking, yes it does, but that's a whole different topic for a whole different type of video. I've said it many times before, but I'll say it again. There are too many variables when it comes to abortion. Point is, while I am pro-choice, that does not mean I am pro-abortion. Now, some may argue that that is a very convenient way of me to use wordplay to justify me being pro-choice. And that simply couldn't be further from the truth. I am by no means supporting an ideology of abortions occurring left, right, and center. What I do, however, support is reasonable waiting periods when availing of an abortion service, the 12-week time frame for termination, counseling services before and after termination. I also support women, and this includes women in crisis situations, who have come to the conclusion that they are going to allow their pregnancy to come to pass after the pregnancy has come to pass, that they are going to give up their baby for adoption. If those women have made that choice themselves and it is their own conscious decision, I completely support that, because that's what it means to be pro-choice. I'm supporting the choice, no matter what choice that may be. The main takeaway here is that a significant part of humanism, to me, is what is best for human beings. And it may be a hard pill for many to swallow, but human beings are better with abortion rights than without them. It is simply unreasonable to force a person to give birth. Humanists need to ask themselves that very question. Can I truly call myself a humanist if I support an ideology that is forcing women to give birth against their will? Quite honestly, I personally would not be able to call myself a humanist if I supported that ideology. Because to me it goes against the very definition of what humanism is. It is not looking out for the best interests of humanity. If anything, it is completely lacking any sort of compassion for women who find themselves in a crisis pregnancy situation. And to me, that is not humanist. By all means, people can call themselves whatever they wish, but when it comes to supporting an ideology of forcing women to give birth, it doesn't even fit the most basic definition of what humanism is. Putting the affairs of living, sentient human beings first is of the most importance. It is also important to note that doctors make choices of saving one life over another all the time. Scenarios such as, okay, I've got 2 patients here, I don't have the resources to save both. I need to make a choice. It's either this patient or this patient. Okay, I've made my choice. The patient on the right it is. Granted, that scenario is not exactly the same as abortion, but the point is, tough choices need to be made, and sometimes they're not the most ideal choices. But removing those choices as non-options is just causing more problems than solutions. As a humanist, I support having choices that can reduce the highest level of pain, anxiety, and stress. One final point I'd like to throw in here is that pro-life humanists are just not that common in my experience, and in the experience of many others in the humanist communities. It is, however, very common for the vast majority of humanists to be pro-choice, and we've got some very strong reasons for holding that viewpoint. Just to clarify again, I support what is best for humanity, and part of what is best for humanity is being pro-choice, and this is totally consistent with me being a humanist. So until next time, I'm the Irish Humanist. Thank you so very much for watching. Freedom, peace, and love. Thanks again for watching, everyone. By the way, if you're feeling nerdy, why don't you check out my main channel, Nerdy Keith. where I do movie reviews on independent movies. I talk about amazing technology and terrible technology and anything else that might tickle your nerdy fancy. And if you like what you see there, feel free to subscribe.